I got this salad. Isn't it like loaded? Hold on, I'm trying to turn on my computer. Is it even on? Like, what the fuck going? It was cut off. I can't shake it up, so. Well, bitch, it was charging the whole time, so how is it low? Yeah, I like ranch. I'm not gonna mix it up too much. It is. I wish they gave us they should have gave us 2 ranches. I'm trying to look for something to watch. I never heard of that one before. Sounds good. I was listening to this before I went to sleep. It was pretty good.
With Insurify, you can cut your car insurance bill in half. Getting a deal on car insurance from Insurify is super easy, and all you need is a phone and a finger. Scroll through dozens of prices and tap to switch online. That's it. No phone calls and no wasted time. It's just like searching for a flight or hotel online. Enter your car information.
Hey, what is going on with y'all, man? It is Black Balloon, and I'm coming back with another video, so y'all already know what's going on. Alright, y'all. Now, since last week, a good bit of y'all been asking me to cover the LA fires, so that is exactly what we are here to do today amidst all of the theories of why this fire happened in the first place.
One day,
I like track.
he goes, it's just going to be the right wind, and the fire's going to start in the right place, and it's going to burn through LA all the way to the ocean, and there's not a fucking thing we can do about it.
There's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of different theories going back and forth on why these fires actually happen, right? So in this video, of course, we're going to go down a couple of those rabbit holes and, see if we can come close to what we think about this most recent and biggest fire in LA history, right? So first thing first, before we get into this clip with Allie Carter, right? Thought it was very interesting that, she actually was very close, maybe even predicted this stuff. Going back and listening to some of her stuff, it relates. It makes sense, but then there's also another theory that makes
I
a
need
lot
some
of
water.
sense as well when it comes to, the billionaires who own most of the water systems, which I think is ran by like 3 billionaires in LA, right? Who own most of the water systems in California. Check this out. The wildfires engulfing Los Angeles have put an uncomfortable spotlight on two of its richest residents, Stuart and Linda Resnick, agriculture tycoons whose farm guzzle a vital and scarce resource, water. So far, Resnick's Beverly Hills mansion and the Picasso artworks that adorn its walls have been spared by the nearby Palisades and Eden
I need more
fires, even as
ranch.
their celebrity neighbor's home go up in smoke. But they cannot so easily escape criticism for their agriculture empire, which sucks up more water than whole cities, even as LA firefighters cannot get a drop of the stuff out of the hydrants that line its streets. Critics say these so-called Beverly Hills farmers and their ties to Democratic Gavin Newsom and other politicians may be among the reasons that California is battling such an environmental apocalypse. The Resnicks are more powerful, and their control of such water is ridiculous. Dog, there's a whole ocean. How can one family own more water than the entire city of Los Angeles? Almost 4 million people uses in 1 year. Levine said the wildfires, chronic regional droughts,
Who's winning?
and other environmental problems
I like I like basketball too.
technological machine that both LA and the Resnicks are plugged into. With their $13 billion fortune, the Resnicks are California's richest farming family, with some 185,000 acres of land and a stake in the Kern Water Bank, a nearly 20,000 acre reservoir of water surplus in the San Joaquin Valley.
UConn.
These are two of your richest in California right here, 87 and 81 years old, worth $13 billion, and control closely of California's farmland and water resources. 2 people
Did he say 30,
own and
13
use
million or
more water
billion?
than over 4 million people in one city. Multiple cities, actually. This is where it starts. Right here. On why they couldn't so-called contain those fires. So before we get to that clip, one thing I always notice about disasters like this, or planned disasters like this. Now, this could just be me. It's coming out of leverage, right? Take a look at these pictures. Oh,
If I get full, I try to leave it like that.
perfect pictures. Like you got firefighters that are like, standing on a hill, like they're modeling in the fire. That's how perfect some of these pictures are. Now, most of the time, these aren't people standing outside their houses taking these amazing pictures with these amazing cameras. These are people, photographers and so on, pulling up and getting pictures of this stuff. Something about this just always
Almost drowned.
even back to the Maui fires as well.
Hold on.
It's like it's a must that they capture their work. This picture right here is insane to me. This is the most perfect picture of a house about to set ablaze. Look at the trees. The trees got little fire specks all on them. Fire is in the air, ash dropping everywhere. Look at this. This is just the most perfect picture. And it really, before you even dig deep into a theory, if you want to know if something is planned, this is all you have to look at.
That is.
Like I said, this could just be me and something that I noticed, but let me know if y'all feel the same way. Like, just go to Google and Google LA fires and look at all of the perfect pictures that are taken. Alright, so look, not gonna stress that back too much, right? Before we get into everything, check this out. This comment was actually pretty interesting about one of the theories, right? Those who don't live in LA need to understand a few things. This is off of Karen Bass, not Santa Monica, Pasadena, Albany, Orange.
I don't need to be eating them damn
Like I said,
cheeses
those
no more.
cities, right? These are some of the other impacted areas. Pacific Palisades and Malibu are the 2 most affluent communities in Los Angeles. I saw a voting map, and the majority of those residents
Sorry.
voted for Rick Caruso, the billionaire who was running against Karen Bass. A lot of celebrities supported Caruso or Bass because he's their financial peer, not he is. The city of LA was facing a huge budget shortfall. Cuts had to be made. The 2 most prominent issues in the last mayoral election was homelessness and crime. The fire department budget is well over $800 million. When the initial
800
cuts were
million
made,
for the fire department.
$17 million was cut from the fire department, but meanwhile the LAPD received an additional $138 million because everyone was up in arms about crime. However, the city
Oh,
of
it makes
LA
sense.
was in a process of negotiating with the fire department.
And clearly that shit wasn't enough.
$50 million increase for them. So in the end, they weren't shorted. I know everyone is rushing to blame, but the truth isn't going to be
I got
sexy.
this little
Was
bag.
unfortunately a perfect storm.
Yay,
for
it's so
calamity.
cute.
Those winds were up to 100 miles per hour, making air support to fight the fires impossible.
I'm gonna watch First 48.
Because after
Texas was waiting and wondering and worrying. Now Texas.
They be snitching on her. That's the only downfall. Is First 48. 250 billion in damages. That's insane.
A father desperately trying to make it on the streets
Oh, drags him straight down to the ground.
winds up dead
It's heartbreaking for me and my family.
There he goes. See him?
when he tries to help a friend in need.
He said I could sell it to somebody for a while. Jack iron with something in the front seat. There you go. There you go.
You know what?
Oh my God. What happened
It's
last
called all them rich people houses went down. Oh, this must be a new episode. Because I ain't never seen this one.
Homicide detectives. Their chance of solving a murder is cut in half if they
Bruh,
don't get a
this
lead
boy,
with
he
the
literally
first
comes up to me
witness.
every time I see him at the store and he asks me for my number. Like, the first 5,000 times I gave it to him, but this time I didn't. I gave him the wrong number.
This is that murder
He's
that
so,
happened over at Seminole Hills.
like, something's wrong with him.
Detectives Jason White and Ronnie Leatherman are training officers to spot critical clues at a crime scene.
We've got this female that's in this trash can. What we were able to find out is some tattoos on her. And we're able to identify people based on that, so that's big. So try to be thorough on your reports.
He
Just
is.
little details. We really count on you. You know, we solve as many cases as we do because of your guys' efforts. We can't do it without you.
I'm dead.
Thank
He
you for
sound
your
like he trying to...
attentiveness. These guys, they're the ones out talking to the people that live in those areas. My time on patrol has definitely helped me as a investigator.
You see how he was finna use community and then he said area? Ain't that some weird shit?
Was one of my students when I was a school resource officer. Ever since I'd had that history with him, he came forward and helped us at the end of the day. There's a trust that goes on between some of the citizens.
his
and
ass
police
ugly
officers,
as fuck,
and that's why
too.
we solve so many cases.
I think that's my number one, like, thing to say.
8:05 p.m.
Your ass ugly.
at a strip mall across town.
Police, please. This car just pulled up and threw this guy out, and now he's like laying.
Oh
He's
no.
not moving or anything.
Are you with the victim right now?
Yes. He has a heartbeat, but he's like not moving. Somebody needs to hear quick. He's
He is not trying to be appropriate. He don't want to give him credit for being a community.
And finds the man unresponsive. They rush him to the emergency room, but he's pronounced dead.
Oh wow. They going to jail for sure. How you just lay somebody out?
Headed out to a convenience store parking lot. Someone got injured, went to the hospital, and didn't make it. So we're gonna go out there and see if it's an accident or if there's foul play involved.
It's definitely not an accident.
Actually, this is my area for a very long time when I was in patrol, so this is one geographic area I know very well.
What's going on? We got a victim?
I'm actually pretty full.
54-year-old Stephen
Oh yeah, they
was the
murdered
son of
him.
a Navy SEAL. He grew up,
Or he was drunk.
eventually graduating high school in Oklahoma.
He was fine.
A proud father, Stephen worked in construction and was a successful car salesman. But years of drug addiction finally caught up with him, and he was living on the streets.
He just went down hard, whatever happened with him.
His glasses on the floor.
Here's our guy here.
The team gets photos of Stephen from
This is what I'm talking about, y'all. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Why is he texting me like we together? Bitch, we're not together. You don't gotta text me good morning, good afternoon. That's what's gonna irritate the fuck out of me, bitch. Like, I be sitting up here minding my business, just got done eating my salad, watching my show. Bitch, and here he come trying to text me and talk to me about some shit that I don't give a fuck about. Probably gonna try to continue on the conversation from last night that I still don't want to talk about. Like, if you don't get off my... Like, oh, Jesus. I can't keep doing this shit. Like, I do not want you, bitch. Go find a new bitch. Like, what the fuck?
hospital.
Pretty serious injuries. He's got some slight indentation on the right side of his head. Little laceration.
So I was dating this guy, Chris, for years.
Oh, my God.
I wanted to buy a house. Chris didn't. Then I realized I don't need to be with someone to buy a house. I can do it on my own.
That hoe say break up. I know that, right?
Stephen suffered multiple blunt force injuries.
Oh yeah, they killed him.
We're not seeing gunshot wounds, stab wounds, anything like that. Tire track was 48.
Look at him just looking a mess. I'm not texting him back.
And after he went down, he just ended up getting his head stuck under the tire.
What? They ran him over.
What ifs. 911 caller still here? She's right there. Hi. I'm Detective Ryder.
She a good soul,
Did you
cause
stumble upon this, or how did you end up here?
The white Tahoe is mine.
All right.
I was driving this way when I saw like a gray four-door.
Okay.
It kind of like
The witness says she saw a gray SUV parked in front of the strip mall.
Okay.
and I thought that was at the hospital.
That was driving the vehicle. It looks like they pushed him out and then they squealed off.
She says Stephen collapsed on the sidewalk after the SUV fled.
Hey,
I don't understand how someone could just leave someone like that.
right? They wicked.
Blood was coming out of his mouth, and I was on the phone with 911. And some guy started doing CPR. He was in the laundry room. He started.
But
She
he
says a man
did.
doing laundry rushed out to help.
I've never seen someone die.
Huh.
There's a really good camera.
He getting on my nerve.
That'll show the street really well.
They didn't
We'll see
shoot
what
him,
we
boy.
get, and maybe we'll get something from the camera.
They said they didn't shoot him. They didn't stab him.
Hey there.
Detective Jason White.
But I think
speaks
they
to
did
the
ran him
owners of the
over.
laundromat.
So what do we have? It's all on that camera.
Look at him. I don't like him. Just look how he walk, bro.
Earlier in the day.
You're gonna see Steve
Look
here.
at him. Fire this nigga for real.
You're gonna see this young man. He was here on off all day. He's friends with the victim. This boy here is gone. He disappeared.
He says that after Stephen was rushed to the hospital, his friend took off.
I'm curious, did any of these guys drive an SUV?
Look at his ass.
One thing she saw,
He says a worker at the laundromat saw what happened.
she saw the vehicle bounce up and down, but she saw the headlights go up and down. And then seconds after that, I went out there to see what the commotion was.
Yeah.
And I found Steve. I found a very faint heartbeat, and he kind of breathed.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed that his left pupil was blown. It looked like he just got the hell beat out of it.
They say he beat him up. They beat him up.
Okay. It's much appreciated.
They saw a witness, the girl in the car. Said a guy rendered aid, gave CPR, it sounds like, and then skedaddled.
You see this?
No.
The guy wrote that and gave it to Matt Hart.
A
What?
patrol officer got a statement from the man who gave Stephen CPR before he disappeared.
I've been homeless. Steve was trying to help me get a hotel room. I did not see what happened.
I ain't giving nobody CPR now.
I think it's going to be Steven's friend from the laundry.
That sounds so fucked up.
We might be able to get a picture from our system.
I ain't lying. I'm not giving nobody CPR.
You guys get pictures on your computer?
Yeah, he probably did owe them some money.
Run at.
White looks up the man who left the
But
note.
they said he was on drugs.
Perfect. Thank you.
Can you tell me again how a CBT Nugget subscription actually saves me money?
Your subscription gives you access to our entire library, including virtual labs and practice exams.
I got a library card.
Practice exams alone
I don't be
$dollars, so you can confidently say your subscription
right here
practically
for the
pays
library.
itself.
We can't afford another video game.
The fuck going on?
Fine.
With your subscription, you'll unlock our complete library along with
This is what he looks like.
Need to find him. Need to ask him.
They guilty as hell. They finna go to jail. They don't even know it yet.
What the heck happened?
But you dropped somebody off. I just watched another
This guy
story
and
like
Victor
that.
We're trying to get a hotel room. If you don't mind, I'm gonna buy in Concord. If you can look at the hotel, I'm gonna go to my death notification. Is that all right?
We'll hit the main motels that he would probably likely be.
Thanks, Jay.
Sorry.
This is not a place
Something's
I
in
would
my
want to
throat.
stay if I was really tired along here.
They in the projects too. They at the hospital.
Hey there. I'm checking to see if you have a resident here. Not in any trouble.
White shows the clerk a picture of Stephen's friend.
Been in here recently or anything? Okay, thank you very much.
What you gonna do when the popo come for you? Cause look at
We'll see
them.
if
They
this
was
guy's here.
they searching everywhere.
Hey, doing all right? Would you mind checking for a possible person staying here? Sure. This is what he looks like.
He came in, arrived on the 1st of this month.
So he
Is
lived
he
in.
still here?
No, he checked out on the 2nd.
Oh, he did. Thank you. Where could he
I'm
be?
telling y'all, they looking for them
Could be out
everywhere.
walking around. Anytime you're dealing with homeless witnesses that bounce around a lot, you don't really have social media or phones to be able to check on them.
Bitch, y'all not supposed to have social media anyway. That's how you know they be looking at people profiles on social media. You know they is. This homeless person they finna bring in gonna tell it all.
He listed his daughter. See, she give me some
Man,
background.
they be snitching on her every time.
Ryden reaches out to Stephen's daughter, Jessica, who lives outside Tulsa.
This is Detective Ryden, Tulsa Police Department. Man, I'm sorry to wake you up. Are you Stephen Cook's daughter?
That's probably the worst call you could get.
I don't like doing this over the phone, but I have to. Since you guys live out of town. Your father passed away tonight.
That's the worst phone call to hear. I feel bad.
Investigating it. You kind of give me what's been going on maybe the last 5 years in his life?
This man said 5 years. Not 5 months,
When
5
was
years.
that?
Jessica says she was in and out of touch with her dad.
I can give you an update when we find out more. It's just kind of an unknown deal right now.
Look at him just looking over his shoulder like, boy, go do something.
Max,
I don't like this officer.
I've got
Something
the
about him.
surveillance from the parking lot.
Okay.
He walking like he don't really want to do the job.
That video is pretty darn good.
Moments before the 911 call,
Yep, they caught. There they go.
You see that right there?
Looks like it's a gray four-door SUV. It's kind of hidden behind that white van.
Why would you drop him off at a liquor store? That's just disrespectful.
There he goes. You see him?
Stephen approaches the SUV.
And they killed his ass. Why though?
That's him right there.
Talking to the driver.
Look at them. Look how they looking. Then he get in the car with him. Do we?
Oh,
Oh no, they just ran him off. They just ran him over. Oh, he did that. They didn't put him outside the car.
My name is Ashley.
He came to the car, they was talking to him, and then they just ran him over, and then he fell on the ground.
I designed my own rap.
It's kind of fucked up, low-key. High-key.
you clearly think that there's
He tried to get up and, like, walk it off. You could tell.
Let's just rewind it.
15 minutes before Stephen collapsed in the parking lot.
He's talking to his buddy from the laundromat.
He just handed Steven something.
That is cold.
Moments later, Stephen approaches the SUV.
Damn, and they just ran him over.
Watch this after this car takes off, and then he's on the ground and gets up.
He tried to walk it off.
That object that he was holding is gone. Could be a robbery.
Like here, and then they just boom.
That could have been. A lot of it's going to depend upon what this guy says it's in that car. Because the way he pulls out of there, in my opinion, is a reckless manner of pulling out.
Right.
There's no way that he
What if they
didn't know
just hit
he
him
hit
on
something.
accident?
Here, do that one more time, Ranks. I noticed.
They ass
He
not
put on
taking
the
this
brake
shit
lights and he
serious.
didn't pull away immediately. If you notice, he puts on the brake light. Nah.
Oh yeah, he did that shit on purpose.
He shifts into reverse, waits a second, Then he pulls out.
I think his plan was to just grab whatever Steven had in his hand and get away.
That is
yeah,
crazy.
I think it's a 2016 to 18 Kia Sorento.
Can't make out the license plate.
You know, a couple of years
He
ago, I
just
had
got
a
the
homicide
biggest
right
smile
around
on
the
his
corner
face.
from
Sir,
this.
can you
They
figure
had
out the
really
investigation?
good cameras on the outside of their building. I'll run by there tomorrow and see
He
if
looked
those cameras are
disappointed. He
still
the only
working.
one that look like he got a heart. Everybody else smiling and shit. I mean, I understand why they smiling because there's some crazy shit to see. The other nigga just looked
There's a
disgusted.
lot of unanswered questions, but we're looking for probably a 2016 to 2018 Kia Sorento. And hopefully figure out who this person is that would be in that vehicle and why they took off.
3 blocks from the crime scene.
Hey, check it out.
I bet they thought they ain't never gonna get caught.
I'm looking at this one guy right here. Is that Steven's friend from the laundromat?
Don't get hit.
Tan jacket. That could be him, honestly. I'm just gonna holler at him and see who he is.
I'm just gonna holler at him.
Hey, let me holler at you right quick. What's your name?
Let me holler.
Be honest with me, because I'm investigating that thing from last night.
The man confirms that he is Steven's friend.
Let's have a seat in my car. I just
I would have been like, let's not.
What happened last night? I just want to hear it from your own words.
So, Steve and I have a little bit of a history. He picked me up once when I was drunkard. Took me
The
back
fuck
to
is
his mom,
drunkard?
fed me the next day and starved. Just so I could eat. The man was right, proper, never asked for anything in return. He tried to make sure that I was well off and help me out with little things. It's like a place out in the cold. He was a really nice guy, a very Christian man.
Okay.
Last night, at the little convenience store on the corner, there had been a purse sitting there for the past 3 days. I recognized it was a designer brand, and it's worth a couple $100.
Why
I
no?
ran into Steve. He came up there to do laundry. I was finishing my laundry, and I told him that I would really like to get a shower. He said, "Is that thing working?" And I said, "Yes, it's designer." And he said, "Well, let me see it for a moment. I'll see if I can sell it to somebody for enough for a room." And he said, "Give me about 15 minutes. I'll be right back."
He was trying to sell
It
some
took me about
designer.
5 minutes to finish doing my laundry and packing. And when I walked out, he was dead.
Here's the deal. We don't even know what really killed Steve. We're trying to find the guy that was in the vehicle that he was talking to.
Oh.
It's like a silver Kia.
So, yeah.
Yeah, there was an SUV. You were standing outside of the business, and you guys
He
were
lying.
talking, and he walks right up to the car, and he's standing up there talking to this guy in the car. And it appears to us that you guys had some kind of a discussion going on, as if maybe you had known who he was going up to talk to. Who was he talking to up at that car?
They telling everything we're supposed to be told.
Now I'm going to get a picture of this car. Do you know who drives it?
Negative.
Did he say
Dude, I need
negative?
a little help. I just need to help your friend.
One thing I can remember is he's a black guy.
They always putting some shit on us.
When did you see him and talk to him?
Sometime before all that happened.
Last night?
Yeah.
White presses Steven's friend for more details on the driver.
What's this guy's story? Was he selling? Was he trying to take advantage of you guys? What?
How can you take advantage of some grown ass
Okay.
niggas?
How old, roughly?
One thing I can tell you is he's older than me.
All right. Where you living at, man?
Right over the wind blows me.
Where'd you lay your head last night?
I didn't have a head down goal. I learned a long time ago when you are homeless and you do not have a place that you can secure yourself out here, you do not fall asleep. You evil things happen out here.
Basically, because
15 hours after Stephen's death, White updates the team.
I just talked to one of the witnesses that we've been looking for. He said, well, I bummed a cigarette off of a guy that was in a car just like that was earlier that night. And he goes, the victim had a purse.
the shit that homeless
his
people be
estimation
saying is
was
just like,
$300 or $400.
wow.
I bet that's the object that we saw him carrying on the video. I'm gonna run over here to this apartment complex close to the crime scene. Hopefully they have some useful surveillance video.
Honestly, this guy could have went anywhere. This is really a long shot.
How are they
We'll
going to
keep our
have
fingers
surveillance
crossed.
video from all the way across the street?
At the security office,
Hey, you doing all right?
I'm going to show you a picture. It's a Kia Sorento, and it's silver.
We can see if they came in or out of my parking lot.
That'd be good. From what I'm gathering, it would have drove past here.
When did this happen?
Around 8:05 p.m.
What's that? See what I'm talking about?
That's a minivan or it could be a little SUV.
It looks Kia-like to me. Let's just see what happens there.
It's a guy.
It is a guy.
Could be a black male.
That's a woman.
a woman gets out of the driver's seat.
It's
It's a
like,
guy.
And another man gets behind the wheel.
they switching up.
He's leaving.
Yeah. It's speeded up.
Minutes later,
He's back. Pulls in there.
Do he
literally.
live there?
4 minutes after the call, which would have given him time to drive around the block.
Jacking around with something in the front seat.
Going through something. Yeah. It's like, does he have a stolen purse that he's,
I'm going to call a couple of guys and have them come over here. I want them to look at that. Swing by the Old South Apartments. We hit pay dirt on this thing.
I'd have been so mad having to do all of it.
What we got? We got some good stuff here. I'm thinking that this may be the vehicle. And it looks like this dude's going through a purse for quite some time. This guy's just going about his business. Pretty cold. He just ran over somebody. Do you show him exiting?
We'll see.
Here we go. Here he comes right here. He's wearing a hat. He's got camo pants.
If he's walking that way, where is he gonna walk to?
The back of the parking lot. Oh, this camera.
That'll be a good one if he goes up there close to it.
This too much, y'all.
Come on, partner. Oh, come on. Oh.
There you go. There you
Cause
go.
they don't want to give you no ideas.
Yeah, I'd say they're a pretty decent picture.
It is. Oh my God.
He fine a little bit.
Pause that.
Is that a neck tattoo?
He's got a neck tattoo.
He's got tattoos all over. He's got tattoos everywhere.
He's up there waiting for somebody.
Whoa. Tossed a cigarette down to the ground. Right by the wall. If he throws a cigarette down to the ground and it's still sitting there.
Sure shows DNA on it.
You want to look at that?
This is some police shit. Like, this is some of the most police shit I done seen. They're going to get his cigarette that he dropped on the ground.
trying to ID Max's guy to stalk his tattoos on one of the programs we have. Let's see. Dude, if this guy hangs out over there, somebody's gonna know who this guy is. Go on out there, dude.
Hey Nate, Justin's gonna run out there, and I'm gonna go out there too in different cars and see what we find.
Designed for authors and creators like you, Lulu's order import tool
Alright,
lets
y'all, I
you
gotta
place
go. I gotta charge my
multiple
phone.
orders to
I'll
different
come back later.
addresses in just a few simple steps. Whether you're taking pre-sales for a new book